What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. It's been a couple weeks here. I finally have some time to continue working on my Ford Mustang sitting here behind me. As previous videos showed, this car has not really fought me all that much taking it apart. It's actually had a lot of loose bolts and nuts all over this car, which is not surprising to say the least, because the type of people who have this car seem to just not care and just throw it together however. So it works out in my favor. But today we're going to be working on taking apart the interior of the vehicle. We're going to completely gut it. So the seats out, carpet out, headliner, I'm going to rip that out, door panels, all the electrical, I'm going to start ripping all this out. That way we can continue on to make progress to the end result of getting this car up to the dipper in the state of Oregon. There's a lot of names you can call this piece. It's a trim piece, but I call them a scuff plate. So when your feet go over it, your feet are scuffing that instead of the body color, and it actually helps hold down the carpet at the same time, because your carpet goes underneath this lip right here, as well as this rear seal. You can tell this has been apart before. You want to know why? Why? Because that screw is different than that screw, and it's different from that screw. So you know they've been here and they've worked on this car before, because why? Why do you think the car's been worked on before? When I just explained it. The camera. I know, you're fine, it's still recording. Because the screws are different?
Because the screws are different?
Yeah. You don't have to explain any further. Just because the screws are different, you know they've been there. Alright, so we got this scuff plate off here. So this is just an example of hackery here. So all the excess wire that they had when they did the speakers in this car, they just decided to stuff it all up in the corner over here instead of actually do it right. Like I said, this car is going to give me some surprises, but not so much surprises at the same time, because I just know the type of people that worked on the car. Now it makes me really curious when they ran it up into the rear quarter section how bad these speakers actually are when it comes to wiring. So that's just touching and scratching the surface right there. So I'm sure there's more hidden gems inside the car. Like I said, this car is gonna have some interesting ideas here. So yeah. That's not supposed to be there. They just took a brass fitting and just, hey, it fits, let's just leave it. Look how cool this is. So I got the door card off here. It still has the Ford quality control stamp on here. October 9th, 1968. How freaking cool is that? It says Gibson right on it. Ford Motor Co. That is really awesome. I still got the marking over here going down the assembly line. Time capsule. Okay, so I got the 4 nuts off the bottom of the seat here removed. This thing is ready to come out. We shall see how many more rat turds this thing holds beneath itself here. It's pretty gross. I mean, there's a lot of other cars out there that are a lot worse than this, but this one's... Yeah, yuck. That is so gross. I think that's a piece of the title, because I remember, you know, the title was missing on this car. I think it's right there, or that's a page of a book. But definitely a rat's home underneath this seat. I'm sure that one's the same over there. That is absolutely nasty. Yuck! Alright, so vacuuming out the Mustang here, I ran into a peculiar situation that I shouldn't be too surprised on, but I'm kind of grossed out. So I vacuumed out all that nastiness that was right there. Pulled the seat out, had gloves on, you know, which is why I wear those things, because this is really gross to do this kind of stuff. I started touching the bottom of the seat with the vacuum cleaner to kind of like pull some of the nasty stuff off to kind of help clean it before I start moving it around. You tell me what that is right there. That is a giant rat carcass. hidden underneath because I started pulling some of the all that nest off. I started pulling it away with the vacuum cleaner, and it revealed the body of the rat. So nasty. Absolutely gross. We're gonna get back out of here taking apart the Mustang, but right over here, Bryce just got his Challenger back from the Dipper up in Oregon. So if you haven't seen his new video, please go check it out. It is pretty awesome because that right there is exactly what this car is gonna do right over here. So this car right here is gonna go up to the same place and go get dipped just like that. So they're gonna be able to strip everything off of it. But prior to all that, obviously we are stripping the car and getting it naked as best we can. So now that I got the passenger seat out, what I'm probably gonna do is, so I can make more room inside the car, I'm gonna pull the driver's seat out. So I'm gonna pull the car away from the other side of the wall over there, give me some room. I'm gonna get underneath it. We're gonna pull the 4 nuts off the bottom of the seat tracks there, and we're gonna go ahead and pull this other seat out. Hopefully we won't find another friend under there. Maybe the spouse, brother, cousin, sister, I don't know. Is ready to come out now. Now it's kind of falling apart a little bit more, but let's see if there's any hidden gems underneath the seat here. It didn't have any friends. It was a solo rat. It doesn't seem to have any other interest of going into this seat, which is fine with me. Whoa. Yep, that floor plan, gosh, I can't talk. That floor pan is no good whatsoever. I almost went right through that fucker. There it goes. There it goes. Okay. You know what I'm thankful for? I don't gotta pull a windshield to get the dash out like a Dodge.
That sounds like a lot of work. Here it is. Number 84.
That's really cool to see the original markings still on it. Oh, there's a sticker on that one right there on the bottom side. What does that say?
There.
In the corner over there.
This?
Yeah, what does that say?
Good question. I have no idea. Old house.
All these screws are going to be like, basically, I'd have to match them all up to make sure that any of them are the same stuff. Honestly, you know what I found out they sell? They sell a master fastener kit for this car. They sell every single nut and bolt that's packaged with labels where it goes on the car.
Sounds like we need that.
It does sound like I need that because I am not going to reuse any of this crap because none of it matches. It's all over the place. They're either stripped out or broken or non-existent. Ooh. Ooh, crusty. There's one. How do I get the speedo cable off? Oh, I don't want to break this. Alright, cluster's out. Good part is, upper part of the dash is out. Now I gotta work on getting the lower section out, drop the column. We're gonna get the shifter mechanism undone there. I gotta get the Allen screw on that. Pull the shifter mechanism up and out of here. Pull the rest of the dash out because there's the bolt right there. There's one there, one on the other side, and then one there. There's probably 3 or 4 along the firewall. So we're gonna get to it. So now I have access to the back of it. I'm gonna unplug everything there. All these vacuum lines for all the, there's the evaporator core it looks like, or the heater core box, one of the two. Unless the evap core is in with that, I don't know. So yeah, everything's pulled away. Now it's just time to disconnect everything from the lower part of the dash and it will come out. It's dealing with the rat's nest of a wiring harness, as you can tell here. I am really shocked that most everything worked in the car because, I'll be honest here, this thing is an absolute nightmare of a wiring job. I mean, there's literally wires, copper wires, bare copper wire, shoved through other wires to make contact to get power to whatever accessory they want to power. It is absolutely insane what I've been finding in here. So I cut these guys because that's their aftermarket stuff, and it was so bad I just said, you know what, I'm not using any of this harness. You know, I unplugged whatever I could of the factory loom, what was left of it, but honestly it's been so hacked up, there's really no saving this harness and what those wires were doing to the main part of the harness, because it's all tied into this main part of the loom here. All of that nonsense is somewhat tied into this. So I'm finishing up getting the rest of this out, and then I can work on getting the evap heater core box out, the blower box out, any of the vacuum lines. This thing's kind of jacked up. This is the cable for the motor. I mean for the box here for air, and this is all seized. Removing the rear passenger quarter door garnish. This is what I find. Why? And what is this other than probably a duster? What was this used for?
Don't want to know.
I mean, I guess you can call it a duster. It's literally like falling apart. Like literally. I mean, you can just see the stuff just falling off of it. I don't think this is a duster.
It is a duster. But that doesn't mean that's what they used it for.
Why would you hide it on the interior part of the door panel here? Is it for a surprise for the later person to find it like me? I mean, it's literally all in here. What the heck is that?
Why don't you just cut it?
No, because I need to keep it for referencing.
As if it's even worth referencing.
It is. All these things are. All these pigtails. All those things are worth referencing. This is all
I
the,
thought you didn't want to cut it.
this is the bullshit wiring that they did. All of this nonsense. That's all them. This is factory. There's the main fuse block. Right. So after much fighting here, victory is mine. It's pretty gross. There's my blower motor. I got it. Ooh. I had gotten this thing out. Next, I'm gonna get the EVAP core. I didn't see any other fasteners for it. It's hanging up something in the middle. There's its nest. Oh my god.
Okay, just pull it out.
Can you open up that side door, please? It's going right outside. Yeah. As you can tell, we have now cleared out the wiring harness, the blower box, the EVAP heater core box. We have been able to accomplish something here by getting all of that out of there. And now we can get rid of the nasty carpet. It is trash night. Should we try to make it fit tonight or what?
Good luck.
I mean, it's pretty full right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to cut this up, huh?
Yep.
No, I'm not doing that. I think it's a good stopping point. What do you think? I'm really disappointed with the camera being in time-lapse mode now. I don't know if that was because I accidentally hit a button or the camera was just randomly going into time-lapse mode on its own. I have no idea. There's no really fixing it, so it is what it is at this point. It was really cool to find the documents literally hidden underneath that carpet. I had no idea they were there. They've been there for decades to find the original owner's manual and to find documents to prior owners of the car was a pretty cool find. And to say the least here, the rest of the car has been gutted. I don't have the sound deadening out, as you can tell behind me here. The sound deadening wouldn't fit in my trash can. I filled it up with the carpet, so the trash guys already picked the carpet up. So next week I'll be able to dump this stuff out and then move on from there. So please stay tuned, and if you like my videos, please hit that like and subscribe button. It really does mean a lot to me. It helps support my channel, and moving forward with the car here, there's a lot more to come, so please stay tuned for part 8.